That was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have
corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
My name is Lindani Njilo. I'm from KZN.
My name is Sivile. My surname is Mnani. I live here in Langa.
And my name is Makaya Mpotulu. I was born at Langa.
I'm Lutan Kopa, the surname Khoto. I was born and raised here in Langa.
My name is Jabulana Saliwa. I'm from Eastern Cape, Kofimvaba.
You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a street talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.
I was arrested for smoking weed, just one joint, but it affected me for the rest of my life, because now I have a criminal record and I cannot qualify to get the jobs which can help me sustain my life. I'm subjected to having like informal jobs just because of one joint.
I can say from my experience, even though I didn't go to the prisoner, but I was in the holding cell of the police stations. But what I can say, like, even though in the holding cells, it's not a good place, because like from there, you got some bad smells, because you have the toilet in the same room, and then the smells that come from there are not in a hygienic way where like you can stay for days.
The worst experience there at prison that I had is that they force you to go and wash, and they take your clothes and they search you. If you don't want to get searched, they beat you up. You understand? And other thing, they also rape you. You understand? And you can't just sleep there because you don't know what's going to happen. And the food there, it's not good.
In our neighborhoods, it seems like a cool thing to go to prison for a man, for a boy, a teenager, It's like college, university, you have to go there in order for you to get. Yes, exactly. And when you are there, you realize, no, this thing which I had perceived in my mind, thinking that prison was like some form of graduation stage for me. It's actually a downfall for you, And you only realize it when it happens to you. Someone can tell you his or her story, talking something positive or negative about prison, but unless you go there for yourself, then you'd see that you have chosen the wrong path.
Even if stakes are high for me, I'll just have to buy myself and walk away from the situation, because no, I can't go back to prison.
I wouldn't want to go back to a holding cell in my life.
I won't like to go there back, because like for me, I've transformed a lot.
Rehabilitation here in South Africa, I think they're just doing it as a business, not to help communities. Because honestly, I see whether it's corrections or health, or whether it's crime or any sort of rehabilitation, they just give you this medication and still get you in that room, and then after that they just let you go out there in the outside world, and they don't keep track of what's going on in your life, or unless you have been like the number one criminal or something, but they don't assist you in getting the right resources in order to equip yourself to become, not to be tempted in the past ways you've been living in.
I was not well accepted after I was in prison, and I think that's what lifted me up, because I turned that negativity to positive, because I did some exceptional things after that. Yeah, I managed to go to school. Some of them think, no, this guy will go nowhere. Yeah, he will end up here. He will be like in jail forever. Maybe he might die soon. But I managed to do quite a lot of stuff that I think most of my peers are not yet done yet. They are still fighting to do those things.
There was a lot of rejection from our side, because I was took like a monster who was coming from there. But one thing I told myself that I would do, like, I would just make the difference. You understand? I'll stick to what I know, which means sport, so that I could lead with good example among the kids in the hood and so on.
Some other people out there ended up smoking, even though they said to them when they were coming back to prison that they're not gonna do something bad, but the voice of other like people from their community is the one that put them down.
As with the youth, we are not aware of what our actions may end up with. The value of our actions will result to a drastic change in our lives. Because most of the youth is not, they think that maybe you have to be a murderer to go to jail, or you have to be perform a big crime. Even the smallest crime can make you end up, for example, smoking a one joint can end up in prison, or just assault and having a bad name for yourself. And that could be just the end for you, just depending on how you take the situation, And there you'll meet up with people who have murdered maybe plus minus 10 people. And then those people will make you want you to feel that you have done the right thing, by, tempting you to do things inside the prison, or which will make you stay there for longer, which is going to be a down. So I think we need some, I don't know, which mentors in our communities who will advise us as much as we can be men, but as much as to use our brains instead and be logic in what we do.
It's not easy mentoring these young kids because most of them, they are coming from these homes that there is no father or there is no brother. So imagine someone who grew up without a father figure, and the only person that can help them is us. So we have to take that role.
If I can be a mentor for these guys, I cannot still play a role by protecting them. I can help them by mentoring even the parents to need to play a role.
It's not easy to mentor some of the youth that are at the same age, because they will try to look at you first and then try to undermine who are you to mentor me. Because if you grow up in the same community and then even though it was not your friends, but you grow up in the same environment, and then maybe back in the days you used to be in part of a gangster members and stuff, and then they would ask, when did you change? And then you started to mentor me now, and who are you? And then those sort of questions.
It's all about, helping each other and understanding the problem, because we need to understand the problem before we come up with solutions. Yeah, because these things has been going on for many years.
Most of the people from the township think when you say giving back, they think of money and clothes, and just by chilling with us here and giving us talking, food for the soul, motivation. And what I've noticed, most of my role models, they broke their character, as you were just like following someone, aspiring from them, and then you hear at the end of the day the rape charge or some drinking and driving charge, and maybe they're doing cocaine or something, and then your heart just gives up, and you just tell yourself, I'm just gonna do my thing and live my life, and which will end up going the wrong path.
It is very difficult for not having role models in our townships, because you find that all the people that were attending schools in the townships, when they get a little bit of money, they move away, which means we're losing those role models. That's how we lose the role models in the townships, because before 94, if you remember, all the teachers were staying with us in the townships, majority of them. So we were relating with them as role models. But now they're not there. They only come on weekends here now when they're drinking these whiskeys, and they're always pumping music. They've got that's the role models of today. They're not really trying to influence us in a good way.
Other role models do not get that concept of being a role model, because to be a leader, it doesn't have to be a leader like in front of them. Your actions and what you do things, you also must also project the leadership you have.
The problem is the family structure. I think we lost it. We don't have family structure at all these days, yeah. Kids have to find their ways to grow up. Mothers have to find their ways to grow their kids up. So, yeah, it's a structure.
And the fact that boredom, in our townships is a really big crisis, because we end up chilling at the corners, getting tempted, seeing the high rollers move their cars, the flashy cars, and we want to achieve that. And with that having said, we don't know how to get to that goal, So we take anything which comes.
Just a leading example to many kids, you understand? Because I always preach them one thing, to do the right thing. Go to school, after school, do your homework, after homework, go to the gym, after you went to the gym, go back home. That's the simplest life that I'm advising.
Whatever you are doing, try to abstain yourself from what you are doing, such as AG, TVs, friends, going play extramural activities. It's not more of not doing it, but you taking time out of it.
And as they say, with freedom comes responsibility. So we haven't been taught on how to take responsibility of this freedom. They just gave it to us like that. And you have to find your own way as a man to how to handle this freedom and how to polish it,
My dream is to become a servant leader, like the likes of Thomas Sankara, Steve Biko.
My dream is to become an entrepreneur.
Okay, my dream to become a worldwide recognized developer, web developer.
My dream is to become also an entrepreneur.
My dream is to be the most worldwide known martial arts teacher so that I could change the world.
Yazi, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.